From people to society to the natural world around us, here we're learning how Web3 can change the real world for the better. These speakers are ready to blow your mind. Say hello to Dajana Ko, CEOs at DK Advisors, ready to invest in the Metaverse. Dajana is the speaker for you.
Hi, my name is Dajana Ko and I'm the founder of DK Advisors, and I want to thank Meta Festival for this opportunity for me to speak here today on Betterverse. A little background about me. DK Advisors, we are a capital raising and credibility consultancy management firm. My background has been traditionally in trading stocks, and when you're in that space, specifically on Wall Street, you end up really learning a lot about high net worth individuals, about investors, about the reasons why investors choose specific projects. And my trading position just naturally grew into a capital raising scenario where we would then look at really great projects and see which ones that we wanted to back and finance. And during those times, it was telecommunications, and we were heavily focused on projects in Tel Aviv. After 7 years of successfully capital raising and even participating in 8 exits, I then decided to transition and really bridge the gap for founders, because oftentimes we would have about 1,000 projects and opportunities pitched to us on a quarterly basis, but the reality is maybe 1 or 2% only got backed and financed. And so I thought to myself, why is that? What happens to all of the 998 projects that didn't get the funding? And I realized that in order for me to bridge that gap into the market, I had to create a company where I can educate and support founders and CEOs on to really attract high ticket investments. And so that's where DK Advisors really comes in. And since then, we have supported nearly 2,000 clients all over the world across multiple sectors in fintech, in social media, sustainability, in energy, in gaming, and now our main focus is primarily in Web3 and in NFT and supporting Metaverse clients. And so, fast forward, we are now in this space where what we're saying is the Betterverse. And what we want to do is really find a way where we have traditional investors, high net worth individuals come in and feel safe about investing in something that they've never had a chance to experience before. Because a lot of these institutions on paper are not involved with crypto. And a lot of the projects in Web3 are crypto, they have tokenomics. They're really entering into the metaverse and developing a lot of these great infrastructure that sets us up for success in the future. However, right now we understand that it's considered high risk, right? So how do we avoid that? And the best path that we can take is through education. And education means staying connected in the market, having a pulse in the marketplace, being involved in Web3 communities so you can hear and see the kind of conversations that people are having in real time. Did we expect at this moment, while this video is being recorded, that we'd be in a bear market? Of course, absolutely. Every single new and innovative thing is always going to have that space where it dips and it looks as a high risk. So it's up to us, for people in the Web3 space, to then really position ourselves as thought leaders. And that means growing that awareness, raising consciousness, having deep and meaningful conversations, and really educating people of the safety of investing in Web3 products. And it is the way of the future. So even though a lot of things are unregulated at the moment, we're in a really great position because us as early adopters in what's considered a niche market at the moment, we have an opportunity to take everything that we've learned in Web 1, in Web 2, and really integrate it successfully into Web 3. So my suggestion when when we're really entering into this Betterverse space, right, is showing first what the product is, not going full force to investors, to venture capitalists, to private equities, and even these angel investors and say, hey, I have a Web3 project, hey, I have a Metaverse project, right? Go in and say what you're actually providing in terms of the service. Say, for example, if you have a fashion line that you are bringing into the Metaverse and you're looking for investors for, your fashion line, you don't want to go automatically and say, hey, I'm looking for investors to build designs for the avatar, right? You really want to focus and just say that, we're shifting into fashion into the virtual world. And this is what our consumers are looking for. Show that there is a huge market for it. Your company has to have a proof of concept. So that proof of concept means either you have a long waiting list of people who are dying to have their avatars fashioned, or designed for them, right? Show that you have a really strong community through your social media channels. And as we know, that's Web2 related. Really showcase some of these partners that you have. And by showcasing the pipeline that you have in your business, it'll really allow investors to feel more comfortable with you coming in. Again, let me circle back to the whole, fashion line example. So if you're a fashion brand and you want to bring a lot of these companies into the Metaverse, what you want to do is first establish that pipeline of potential brands that you'd like to see. For example, if you are in the luxury fashion, kind of in the high end, perhaps having conversations with the likes of Gucci, of Christian Dior, and then signifying that you have these potential partnerships. When you are on the cusp of partnering and brokering deals with the likes of Gucci and Chanel, it can show investors immediately, okay, they're partnered in with a lot of big brands who are ready to partake in this project. So when you can show proof of concept to investors, right, then you'll have a one leg up over all of the other projects that are in this space. Because right now, as we're in the bear market, by the end of this year, a year from now, we're really gonna know who's been focused on building their community, who's been focused on building their brand, because a bear market shouldn't affect what it is that you're doing in your business as a large scale. I can understand, if it's gonna affect some areas or if it's going to have a little bit of a pushback. But for investors, they need to know that regardless of whatever the climate the market is in, your business and your brand is going to push forward. So how are you as a founder, how are you going to showcase that you have what it takes to face and endure all of these challenges? And I want to speak directly to all of these women founders because I am so impressed and really moved by a lot of women coming into this space. And I think that it's incredible that you feel empowered and you really feel that your creativity is really coming forth. And I just want to applaud you. I'm really, really proud of all of the women founders who are building, who are really supporting, who are in this industry, and just moving that needle a little bit further. So, look, I'm a mom and I'm raising a daughter. So for me, it's really, really important to be that example and to show that we can make it. We can make it really, really, really big in this space as long as we have the right people around us. We're building, we're building properly, we're building carefully, and there's a lot of trust amongst the people that you are growing and nurturing with. So for women who are hesitant about perhaps building something in Web3, just know that there's a large community out there. There's a huge network that you can tap into. One network that I'm a part of is called Angel Alliance, and what Angel Alliance does is we back and we finance women founders specifically in Web3. So, that's one thing that I'd like to share with all of you who are paying attention and listen to this, is that there's so many opportunities for us. Don't think that this is, simply built for a man's world. There's so much diversity in this space, and it's really up to us to move, to move that forward together. So again, thank you so much, Meta Festival, for having me. It is an honor to speak to you, and for anyone who is interested in capital raising and getting connected to investors, and or having your brand be positioned in billboards, in magazines, or in radio satellite shows, please get in touch with us at dkadvisors.co. dkadvisors.co is our website, and on LinkedIn you can find me, Dajana Ko. And we're here to help support and really bridge that gap for traditional investors who are interested and who want to really get involved and increase their portfolio in Web3 but are unsure. So we're here to support the investors, we're here to support the founders and really make that connection. And I think just after 14 years of capital raising and nearly $180 million of private equity financing for a lot of our startups, I can excitedly say that Web3 is the space and place to be. So thank you guys so much, and I'll connect with you online.